everyone, it's Ann here from AnnMakes. Thank you so much for stopping by. In today's video, I am sharing the swatching I did of all these paints that I recently purchased at the Dollarama, at Dollarama, which is a dollar store here in Canada. And I purchased all these paints at two different stores, just a few days apart, actually. So what I wanted to do was in my haul video, which I will link in the description or maybe an iCard here, I have two Dollarama haul videos where I show that I hauled these paints. I decided I wanted to swatch all the colors out to see what they look like on paper, because swatching the paints I think it's a good idea to do that, because the color that's on the tube usually is not the same as what will come out of the tube and dry on your paper or canvas or whatever surface you decide to paint on. So I swatched all these paints. These are all acrylic paints. They are all available at Dollarama. There is a 6-pack here of neon paints, artist series acrylic, and they're 22 milliliters each, and these were $2.50. This set I swatched out. These are acrylic paints that come in a set like this, that's in a case, little sort of wooden case. There's 12 acrylic paints here, and this was $5 for the set. There is also this set of artist series acrylic paints. Like the wooden set here, the tubes are all 12 milliliters. So there are 12 of this acrylic here. Here there are 12 of this metallic. There is also a set of pastel. That is also a set of 12 tubes at 12 milliliters each. And finally, there is a set of glitter acrylic paints, also 12 tubes with 12 milliliters each. Each of these sets was $2.50. So what I did is I used a paintbrush that I have in my stash. This is the paintbrush I actually used. And I think this comes from Dollarama. I'm not really I think so. I think this is a brush. I can't remember if I bought it at Dollarama or Michael's. Ooh. I think I bought this at Dollarama. It's just an acrylic brush. Just one of my go-tos when I do swatching. And I used the paper that is also available at Dollarama. Again, artist series, acrylic. It says block. There are 10 sheets. They are acid-free, heavyweight, fine finish. They measure 32 by 23.6 centimeters, or 12.5 inches by 9.2, and the weight is 300 GSM. So that's the paper I used to swatch. And in addition to that, I also used some black cardstock that I had in my stash. Now, I don't remember what brand of cardstock I was using. It is very likely the Michael's Recollections brand of black cardstock, because I know I had a bigger quantity of that, and I'm pretty sure that's what I used for the black. All right, so here are the swatches that I made of all the paints. So we can go over each paint set one at a time, and I will give you my opinions about each one. So why don't we start with the first set here. that I have, which is the Artist Series 12 tubes at 12 ml. And this was the set of metallic paints. So this set here in the sort of blue box, the metallic paints, I swatched them all out here on a white piece of acrylic paper and a piece of, here's what's left, of some black cardstock. Okay. So, I don't know if you can see very well. Hope you can see it well. This is this is the colors that swatched out of each tube. Now, and this is how metallic-y they are. Now, it may be difficult to see on camera here, but there is some metallic-y shine to the paints on the white paper. It is easier to see that metallicness on black, of course. However, the colors do not come out as bright and beautiful on black as they do on the white, just to give you the heads up. So for example, this one here is the silver. On the white, it's very, very light. And this is what it looks like on the black. Another example would be the gold. The gold here looks kind of orangey, but it's really gold. It's gold on white, okay. And it looks like this. Looks more bronzy on the black. Here's the champagne. The champagne is very difficult to see here on the white, but on the black, it has a kind of a bluish tint. Let's see. The brown is here. This is the brown here. I'm gonna try to line these up better. Okay. Gold, silver, that's the champagne. Okay. Yeah. At the bottom here, I kind of ran out of room. I miscalculated how much space I needed. So the last one here is the green and the orange. So the green, it looks like this on the white. And on the black, this is what it looks like. It's this one. So it's very, very different. Let's see that here. This is the green on the black and the white. And the orange my goodness. This is the orange metallic. This is the orange metallic on the white. Very, very light. And this is what it looks like on the black. It doesn't look orange at all on the black. So it's just to give you an idea of what you get with these paints. Here is the red on the black, the red on the white, the purple, the yellow on the black, the yellow on the white, the blue. So the colors are not as true on the black as they are on the white. And they're not, like the orange really, oops, I'm sorry, but the orange to me is not very orangey at all on the white. So that's what you get with these acrylic paint. The texture is okay. It's a craft acrylic paint. It's dollar store acrylic paint. It's okay. I find that there's a lot of floating medium in the paint, or like a gel substance. So you do not want to use a wet brush when using this paint. It will be very difficult to spread. Try to use as dry a damp brush as you can. I know that sounds silly, but you do want a damp brush, but you really don't want a wet brush when using these paints if you want to be able to spread them around. Next set of paints I swatched is the glitter set. Now the glitter set, as you can see on the black, here, let me try to hide this part. The glitter set, yeah, should have thought this through. Okay, all right. Okay, so the glitter set of paints, if you can see that, minus the cat fur. Okay, now as you can see on the white, some of these glitter paints are really just basically glitter. They're like glitter glue. There's no actual paint. I don't think this is really paint. I really think this is just glitter. So that's what you get. That's what it looks like on the white, and that's what they look like on the black. Now they're a lot prettier on the black. That's just my opinion, but yeah, that's what I think. Oops. So again, they are very glittery. They do rub off easily once it's dry, so buyer beware. Yeah, they're just glitter. To me, I think that's what they are. They're really just glitter. The next set of paints I swatched is the neon set of paint. There was only 6 tubes, which is this set. These I thought were a little bit nicer to paint with than the smaller tubes, than these tubes, for example. But again, you do not want to use a very wet paintbrush with these paints, otherwise you will have great difficulty in getting the paint to adhere to the paper. And the neons were a little disappointing on the black cardstock. They're very vivid. They're much more vivid on the white than the black, as you can see. This is white acrylic paper from Dollarama, and this is black cardstock from Michaels. So yeah, that's what they look like. Now, as far as the pastel colors, which is this set in the green box. Now the pastel colors I like better. Again, the quality of the paint is, you know, it's inexpensive paint. It is not the kind of paint that I would make a big canvas with, for example. But the color, there's some colors in here that are really pretty, and the colors I liked the most in the acrylic in this pastel set are the yellow, light orange, orange, and the pinks. I thought those were really good paint colors to use for any type of portrait, let's say, for skin color, skin tones. And that's something that is hard to find. You usually don't get this in a regular, you don't get those kinds of colors in a regular set of paints. So that's what I really like about this set. Is it is a pastel set, so the colors are much lighter. Of course, it's pastel, but I kind of like these colors for you know, making people, dolls, etc. Now, I have to point out something. I don't like this, well, the silver. It's not that I don't like the silver, but this silver is called silver, but I would have called it like mouse gray or something, as it's got a little brownish in it, and it's not, does not look silver to me at all. But that's what they call it. And the other strange color is this red. I don't know why there would be a red in a set of pastel colors, but there it is. But it's actually a nice red on its own. So again, buyer beware. This is what you get in the set of Pastel. And as I've already mentioned, these paints do better with a very, with a dryish, damp brush than a wet brush. All right. Now, last but not least is what I'm calling the regular set of acrylic paints, and that is the set that came in this box. And I believe this is the same set that is sold in a long box as well, so, or similar. Now, these are the colors that come in the set. You get a lemon yellow, a cadmium yellow, which I find is mislabeled. To me, that's not a cadmium yellow. There is a scarlet, there is a crimson red. I find this crimson red too brown, but you know, this is Dollarama paint. I can't be too fussy here. The deep blue, the cerulean blue, sap green, deep green, the burnt sienna again. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that's not the right name for it, and the burnt umber. So these colors, which are like usually the basic palette that is often sold in a basic paint set, to me, they're not the true colors if you were to buy like a quality set of paints. But this is what you get for $5. So again, buyer beware. Don't expect to get artist quality, M-gram, golden, Liquitex, PBO quality paint when you're only paying $5 for an entire set. So, and in terms of the paper that I tried this on, again, the paper was purchased at Dollarama, the Artist Series acrylic. It's acrylic paper. It was fine. I would not do like a really big painting, like if I want to do a whole scenery and all that, to frame or something. I might not use this paper. I would most likely use a canvas for that, or a canvas board at least. Not too sure that I would use this paper for a piece of work that I would work hard on. But for playing, for working with children, for using in making ephemera, for using in making backgrounds in my mixed media and stuff, yeah, for sure. I'll be happy to use this. It's very inexpensive. It's great for that kind of work. But I would prefer to do, I would never do professional work on this. Basically, that's what I'm saying. Although there are professional artists out there that could probably pull off a masterpiece with this really inexpensive paint. But that's not my forte. So that is the paint swatch review that I have for you for these Dollarama paints. Would I buy these again? There are some paints that I would like to see a Dollarama come in a larger size. I would like to see these pastel kind of colors in a larger size. They have sold pastel paints in large tubes, and I have bought them all, but they do not have these colors in that set. well, not, it's not a set, but they were individual tubes. I did not see those. I would buy them again because it's something that I would use a lot in my crafting. And as for the metallics, I found better metallic craft paints made by other companies like Deco Art and Plaid, and we can buy those metallic paints at Walmart. Sometimes Dollarama has metallic craft paints, so not crazy about that. The glitter paint, it's not paint, it's just glitter. That's just my opinion. I like the neons. Neons are a lot of fun, and I would probably purchase those again once if I finish up the tubes and I want more. So I think that these little tubes are fun to buy if you are working or playing with kids, or if you're looking for something, you're just looking for a quick kit to give someone that maybe is hospital or homebound, you know, and it's just something for them to do, something to keep them busy, something that you wouldn't be afraid to have someone steal it from you, or forget it, or you forget it at the hospital type of thing, or you know, it's just, yeah. I would not want to invest in this thinking that I'm getting really quality paints. You're not getting a quality set, but you can have a lot of fun with it, and you could do something really nice with it. And you know, if you're not serious about painting as a hobby, then, you know, maybe this will be good for you. This will be enough for you. The other thing is, the way I use up a lot of these tubes that I buy, because I buy these because I'm curious about them. I want to see what I can get. 2, I like to have all the colors in the rainbow and then some. And 3, I buy these because I do these hauls and I share the information with my viewers. So one thing that I do with all these little paint tubes that I accumulate is I tend to save them for projects. Now, I have some videos on some of the things I'm going to show you, and I've made videos showing you how to make art tiles and how to make paper beads. I don't have a video showing you how I made these, I call them boho beads. I don't have a video on that yet, or I don't know what happened to the footage. Anyway, but these are some of the examples of things that I will make, and I will use up these paints, these inexpensive paints for these projects. I will leave links to these 2 videos here to show you how I made these projects. I made the art tiles, how I made the paper beads. But having these little tubes of paint, now especially the ones that are metallic, I'm going to have a lot of fun creating more embellishments. That's what I do. I like to make my own embellishments. These little paints are great to bring along with you if you're going to a friend's house to do some crafting, if you're going to some sort of crop, and you don't want to bring an entire, you know, set of good paints. These are fun for that. You could use these for painting buttons, painting flowers, to make more embellishments. And that's what I would recommend using these paints for, to play around not to take anything too seriously and to use them for small projects like making your own embellishments. So I hope that these swatches and all this talking has been informative for you, has been helpful. If not, well, at least entertaining. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please like, comment, share. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, stay crafty. Thanks for watching. Bye.